The moment the White Emperor fighter jet appeared in Chinese military media, defense analysts around the globe sat up in disbelief. Here was a sleek, menacing machine that didn't just push the boundaries of modern aviation, it shattered them. This was no ordinary stealth aircraft. This was a leap into a new era where air and space combat blur into a single, seamless battlefield. The White Emperor, a sixth-generation marvel, represents an unprecedented fusion of speed, stealth, artificial intelligence, and dual environment capability. It is not merely a tool of war, but a declaration of China's intent to dominate the next great military frontier. From air supremacy to space dominance, visually the White Emperor is as futuristic as its mission profile suggests. Its sharp, angular design is sculpted for invisibility, reflecting almost nothing back to radar arrays. A multi-layered canopy reduces both radar and infrared signatures, while protecting the pilot from advanced laser targeting systems. The compact delta wings and knife-like edges are engineered for supreme aerodynamic efficiency, enabling the jet to maintain blistering supersonic speeds without losing agility. Every line of its frame whispers speed and stealth, but the real revolution lies in where it can fly. The White Emperor's dual environment capability is perhaps its most significant achievement. It is designed not only for traditional aerial dogfighting, but also for operations at the edge of space. This means it can move seamlessly from the thin upper atmosphere into near-space environments where satellites orbit and new battlefronts emerge. Although the specifics of its propulsion system are closely guarded, experts believe it combines hypersonic performance with remarkable fuel efficiency, allowing it to withstand both the crushing cold and the extreme heat of space-adjacent missions. In essence, the White Emperor is as comfortable engaging enemy fighters at 40,000 feet as it is pursuing strategic targets hundreds of kilometers above Earth's surface. A combat platform with unlimited roles. Inside, the aircraft is every bit as advanced as its exterior suggests. The weapons bay has been redesigned to carry heavier, more versatile payloads without compromising stealth. Advanced munitions for both air-to-air and air-to-ground missions fit alongside specialized tools for space operations. These capabilities are tied together by an avionics suite that merges pilot ergonomics with cutting-edge computing power. Real-time sensor fusion, AI-assisted targeting, and instantaneous situational analysis allow pilots to make razor-sharp decisions in the heat of battle. This versatility makes the White Emperor more than just a fighter. It can serve as a stealth reconnaissance craft, penetrating deep into hostile territory to collect vital intelligence without alerting enemy defenses. It can target and disrupt satellites, defend against spaceborne threats, or act as an airborne command node in a multi-domain conflict. The breadth of its mission capabilities marks a shift from single-purpose warplanes toward truly integrated aerospace dominance. The Nantian Men Project. The White Emperor is a central piece of the Nantian Men Project, China's grand vision for merging air and space warfare into a unified operational concept. For decades, space has been treated as a sanctuary for science and observation, not an arena for direct combat. The Nantian Men Project signals a strategic shift. Space will be contested, defended, and, if necessary, fought over. The White Emperor is the spearhead of this new doctrine, showing the world that China is preparing to defend, and potentially project, military power beyond the atmosphere. This change in thinking challenges the long-standing global consensus on space as a neutral zone. If this model takes hold, the future battlefield will not be confined to air, land, and sea. It will stretch from the ground to the edge of space with no clear dividing line. Reimagining the fighter jet. China's Ministry of National Defense says the White Emperor fighter jet redefines combat capability rather than making incremental upgrades. It fuses data from land, sea, air, and space into a real-time tactical picture, enabling faster, smarter decisions. Its adaptive composite materials change properties to evade different detection methods, acting like a chameleon in the sky. Hybrid autonomy pairs the pilot with AI for threat identification, optimal routes, and automated evasive maneuvers, boosting efficiency and responsiveness in modern aerial combat. The power beneath the wings. The White Emperor's potential would be impossible without breakthroughs in engine technology. At the center of this revolution is the WS-15 engine, a powerhouse delivering thrust levels above 30,000 pounds. Built with single crystal turbine blades, a technology mastered by only a few nations, the WS-15 can survive temperatures hotter than molten lava while spinning at extreme speeds. This durability translates into sustained high performance, even under the punishing demands of supersonic and hypersonic flight. Beyond sheer power, Chinese engineers are developing adaptive cycle engines capable of shifting between high-thrust combat mode and fuel-saving cruise mode during a mission. This flexibility improves range and endurance without compromising speed. Coupled with advanced materials such as ceramic matrix composites, these engines promise efficiency, strength, and resilience, unmatched by previous designs. Artificial intelligence in the sky. The White Emperor's most radical advance is its AI flight integration. Cognitive AI interprets sensor data, predicts threats, and adapts tactics in real time, handling navigation, sensors, and target prioritization, so the pilot can focus on key decisions. In tests, it's executed complex maneuvers faster than any human, yet always defers ultimate control to the pilot, with failsafes restoring full manual authority if needed. Using sensor fusion from radar, infrared, and electronic warfare arrays, the AI builds a unified battlefield view, delivering situational awareness that can determine a battle's outcome before the enemy reacts. Testing the future. China's rapid development pace is supported by a nationwide network of research and testing facilities. In Beijing, a hypersonic wind tunnel tests aircraft at speeds up to Mach 8, replicating the intense conditions of extreme high-speed flight. Elsewhere, the world's largest pulse detonation engine test site explores radically new propulsion concepts that could one day replace conventional jet engines. Advanced stealth measurement ranges allow engineers to fine-tune radar cross-sections, ensuring each new design is harder to detect than the last. Supercomputing centers simulate entire aircraft systems with extraordinary accuracy, cutting years from traditional development cycles. Building the White Emperor. China's aerospace industry is building the White Emperor with cutting-edge automation. Factories in Shenyang and Chengdu use robotic lines to craft parts to sub-hair tolerances, while the world's largest titanium 3D printing system produces full-scale airframe sections in days. AI-assisted X-ray scans catch microscopic flaws, and automated fiber placement yields lighter, stronger, stealthier airframes. In Shanghai, vast clean-room electronics plants produce radars, avionics, and electronic warfare systems entirely in China, ensuring self-reliance and safeguarding next-gen military tech. A timetable for supremacy. Unlike projects in other nations that often stretch far beyond their planned timelines, China's next-generation fighter development follows an aggressive but realistic schedule. The government has publicly set milestones for 2027, with even more ambitious goals projected through 2035. Research institutes, universities, and manufacturing giants are working in tight coordination, ensuring that innovations move from concept to prototype to production without delay. Already, key technologies such as adaptive engines, AI-assisted cockpits, and advanced stealth materials have moved from the laboratory to public demonstrations. This signals that the White Emperor's groundbreaking capabilities are not distant dreams. They are on the threshold of operational readiness. Changing the balance of power. The emergence of the White Emperor is not simply a technological milestone. It is a geopolitical event. Comparisons with the United States' next-generation air dominance program are inevitable. But what stands out is China's willingness to leap ahead in certain domains, particularly the integration of space warfare into fighter jet doctrine. This blurring of air and space operations forces other nations to rethink their military strategies. Traditional air defense systems were never designed to counter a fighter that could approach from near space. Satellites, once safe from aircraft, may soon find themselves within striking distance of an adversary's aerospace fleet. The new battlefield. If the White Emperor fulfills its potential, it will redefine the very idea of a battlefield. Air combat will no longer be limited to the skies, and space will no longer be a sanctuary for unarmed satellites. Instead, the two domains will merge, creating an environment where the victor is determined by adaptability, speed, and technological integration. China's investment in the White Emperor and its supporting infrastructure shows that it is not simply chasing the leaders of military aviation. It intends to become the leader. The aircraft is not just a fighter, it is a symbol of an evolving strategic philosophy that sees the air and space above Earth as a single, unified arena for dominance. And that wraps up our deep dive into China's White Emperor. If you enjoyed this video and want to stay ahead of the curve on the latest defense and tech revelations, don't forget to hit that like and make sure to subscribe. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.